Who?
Hello.
Other than anybody.
Hello.
I'm pleased we got through that one because that start was start.
I thought it was just my outside that it was like that.
No, it's the
No,
internet.
no, it seems to be the net on this side as well.
Oh goodness.
So yeah, if you can't get both screens working, you get your video working. If both screens work, then the video doesn't work.
Yeah. It's always technical.
Something somewhere always not working.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know. How's our sound?
Yeah, sound cool. We get you.
Our sound okay. How are you people? Thanks for everybody watching. And if you're not watching live, at least if you are catching it on the rerun, that thank you so much. Thank you for all the subscriptions and subscribers and that, and all the new subscribers and all the kiddies subscribing. Hello guys. Don't forget to be online for school tomorrow. You're watching the Sunday Salad, brought to you by the Motley Mix. And yes, it's really, really great to have everybody with us. There's an email address if you want to email us. If you have any great subjects, or if you want to come onto the show and you want to tell us about what you do, or maybe if you've got a YouTube channel you want to tell us about, or if you want to tell us about something in Cambodia or South Africa or anywhere, if you've got a hobby or something like that, and you'd like to come on the show and talk to us about it, please mail us at motley.mix2020@gmail.com. The email is on the list down there. And then please, guys, please, a big please like and subscribe. Yeah, like the video, subscribe to the video, and share. Yeah, hit the thumb button and hit the bell. Hit the bell as well so that you are able to be informed on when we are live and streaming a live channel. We're a little bit late today. I know we are. I do apologize for being late. So most of us are actually under the weather today, as you'll see. Speedy thoughts and hopefully get well soon to Nielsen Lundy. They're under the weather as well. And we actually didn't get to our outing today, so we're going to talk about one of our other outings today. Fortunately, the two culprits on the other side were with us that day.
Yeah.
And I do believe we should make another run for that one as well. But yes, it was really a lot of fun, and I'm talking about nothing else than Silk Island, guys, and it was a beautiful place to go. Very, very interesting. And but welcome. As I said, please don't forget, like and subscribe. Mail us with any comments or anything like that says to motley.mix2020@gmail.com. And join us every Sunday at 5 p.m. Cambodian time, 12 p.m. South African time. We're on, and it's just for fun. So please, there's no, we haven't rehearsed these things, so that's why we tend to sometimes have a lot of little ups and downs and all those wonderful things going along as well with us. But yeah, hey, what the hang. You're watching the Sunday Salad. Today, as I said, we're wanting to talk about Silk Island. And it was actually quite a nice adventure. We took a scooter. We took a scooter out, and we took a scooter over to Silk Island. Let me see if I can get us watching Silk Island a little bit. Here's the tickets that we go into. And we naturally we go on the here we go, we went over on the ferry.
Yeah.
It was really interesting. It was very nice.
This is a video from yeah, it is on YouTube as well. It is made from the Motley Mix's channel as well. And there, let me take that off there. There you can see is the little tuk-tuk bus broke down along the way. Luckily, we were not on the tuk-tuk bus ourselves as well. But wow. Yeah, that was...
Like I was just driving and the next minute just said, "Quah!"
Yeah.
Okay, he's not moving anymore.
that was starting our adventure. And we found that this wheel had come off. That's just coming off the...
ferry.
Yeah, I can't believe it was so long ago. I see the date stamp there. It's the 18th of June.
Yeah.
We're really overdue a good adventure again. There we are on our scooter. This is a lovely bridge. Trying not to scrape the bottom of the scooter. We went over from Phnom Penh. There you can see Phnom Penh over there. We went over on the ferry to Kandal province. I think it's Kandal province, if I'm not mistaken. And then you go down these quaint little roads. It's really, pretty interesting. You're going down this like sort of quaint little back roads. Traffic.
There's the entrance.
Now there's the entrance. That's the entrance to Silk Island. And then you can't go straight, you have to turn left to go into the bike parking area.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful there indeed. It's got all these like little sculptures and things. You can see it's the entrance to Silk Island. Those are minor birds. Minor birds, apparently. And they eat chilies.
Oh. No, thank you.
It's Niels's kind of bird.
I see Niels actually sent us a message in the chat there.
I'm not on the chat there. There we go. We got Niels up there. Hello. Thanks for the well wishes. We're still supporting from the background. That's good to hear that the invalids, the sick, lame, and lazy. No, I'm kidding. are watching. Yeah, this one's not going to be too long. But yeah, we're just zapping along the video. Nice to know that we have a bit of support from the backing there as well. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's carry on. Just want to do something else as well, because while we are running on the minor birds, there you can see the some of the statues and things like that along there too. Let's take that off there too. Those birds can.
Didn't that guy say that these birds, when you say something, they also say it?
Yeah, they learn to say what you speak as well, pretty easily.
Okay, so almost like a parrot.
Yes.
More intelligent version of a parrot, I'd say, yeah. It's a wild version of a parrot.
Enough, I'd say it's more intelligent, seeing as it eats chilies.
Yeah.
And there was our guide. Who was our guide there? I can't remember. A very nice guide.
Yeah, no, he helped a lot.
Yeah, it was interesting.
He was telling us about the minor birds and that they eat chilies and that. And there in the background
is the two lovebirds.
Are the two lovebirds. You have the minor birds up front.
Wearing the same shirt.
And then at the back were two lovebirds. It's just sort of a nice welcoming ring that you can get to. Very nice undergrowth and everything there. And also couple of animals and that. I don't know if we've got some of them further on as well, but they did have, I wouldn't say a zoo, but just a cage. I think there were some monkeys and things like that in. But there's some geese as you, a bunch of goose.
Yeah.
And these fish are called dragonfish.
Yes, yes.
You can get I struggled to get a decent shot because the water wasn't so clean. But they were huge, huge, huge fish. And they're called dragonfish. And they almost look like naga. And these fish there we go, let's get it to that. Yeah. These fish are meant to be lucky fish. Okay. I did say screen was working. Okay. And they're meant to be lucky fish. And people come there to actually touch these fish. So they come to stroke them. Although I don't think I'd feel very safe putting my hand into that water over there. I think it's more like you'd lose your hand if it went in there or something to that effect. But yeah, they tend to be known as very lucky. And apparently a lot of people, before they go to Naga World, which is a sort of like a casino here, gambling place and that, people will come and actually stroke the fish as well so that they can actually have luck when they go gambling. And for anything that you're wanting luck or good fortune or anything like that for, you end up going to stroke these fish. And he says, the guide says they have a huge amount of people that actually come to actually touch these fish.
Yeah, no, they're actually massive. Can I actually share a picture quickly that I've got online of what they look like? Like a
Yes, please do.
Let's see if I can figure out how the share screen thingy works. I click share screen. I click there.
Take that out quickly.
That one. Share. I don't know if you can see this one.
Let's bring it in there. There we go.
Oh yeah, we can.
Oh, so that's what they actually look like.
Yeah, that is what they actually look like. And the other, they've got a different name. They're also called Arapaima.
A what?
Arapaima.
Bless you. Yeah.
It's quite interesting because look how small the tail is at the back.
Yeah.
It's more like those fins that's normally to the head side at the front is more at the back. It's quite an interesting fish.
Yeah, and that head is so hard, like if it can break bones. Like if that thing were to knock you when you try and catch it, if that thing knocks you on the head, you're probably unconscious.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Sure.
Okay, so that's basically the dragonfish known as Arapaima.
Azai.
Very, very nice indeed. So yeah, looks much better. As you can see, the reddish color actually does quite a good bit of justice there. But this is the one that we saw in our dirty water. I just want to put the music down for that. Yeah, there's a little bit of
There's some big white dogs.
yeah. That was the tuk-tuks in those days.
Yeah, the ox wagon.
Yeah, that was their means of
Okay, and this is what we actually went for, is to see the silkworms as such.
Yes.
And yeah, there's just basically a picture, and everybody knows what silkworms look like as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, if you don't, that's what silkworms look like. And they come out in their literally thousands when they breed. They lay we'll see now as well, there's a massive, massive amount of eggs. But this is what the silk starts off as. And so this is where your journey of silk goes. And as you can see, there they feed on mulberry leaves, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I also know from my childhood days that if you feed them different colored fruit or vegetable leaves, they spin different color silk.
All right.
Your standard leaf is your mulberry leaf, and that spins a beautiful yellow silk. But if we actually take it and we put on a beetroot leaf, it spins a reddish or pinkish colored silk as such.
yeah.
Which is really, really very interesting as such. But yes, this one is on mulberry leaves, and there you can see like a ton of my screen is doing it. Anyway, and yeah, there you can see they keep them in all those. Let me try and pull it back a bit because I'm now pushing.
Those little woven plates.
Yeah, baskets almost basically.
Yeah.
You can see there's the baskets. They keep baskets and baskets full of mulberry leaves with the silkworms in them as such. And then they lay eggs. If you take a look on this paper underneath here, those are all eggs. It's all eggs that they lay on there. It's thousands, literally thousands and thousands of eggs.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's basically showing you that's what the eggs look like. They look like basically little specks of dust. But those are all eggs that the worms. And there you can see the worms then, when they get to a certain stage, they eat and they eat and they eat and they eat and they eat. And then they spin cocoons. Now the cocoon eventually hatches the moth, and the moth actually lays the eggs. And then the silkworms actually come out of the eggs, to which they then eat themselves into a coma or into a cocoon. But yeah, and they basically, when they start spinning, they put them into these dry twigs and leaves and that, from which they would harvest their cocoons in the end. And I think they only keep about how much?
These ones that you see on that's hanging there is the ones they keep to breed with, because, like the guide explained, is they can't have these cocoons get a hole in when the moth have to come out. That's why they only use keep a certain amount for breeding, and the rest they actually put it in hot water, boiling water, to let the moth die, so they can use the string, because once that string is broken, they cannot use that silk because it's a broken string. So they have to keep it whole by boiling it so that the moth or the poppy, whatever is in there, can die, so they can use a string that is continuously. That's why they only keep a certain amount like these ones to breed with. The rest they use to make silk with.
Yeah, they don't let them hatch. Otherwise, because otherwise the hatching actually breaks the string as such.
Yes.
Anyway, there, as you can see, there we go. These are the ones that they actually take and they let them.
They harvest them in a way, we could say.
For lack of a better word, they let them die. But yes, they don't make it. These are the ones that they keep, and they will boil as well. Beautiful, beautiful. That is where your silk starts its journey. Obviously, from the worm to the cocoon, and as you can see, there's a whole lot of cocoons. And I think out of one, I think you get about 15 meters, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it said something to that effect, yeah.
I stand corrected, but I think, was it 200 meters?
Yes, it's
I think you get, I know from when you're looking at these things, you get a phenomenally huge length of silk out of it. And then it also takes 5 of these cocoons to make 1 strand of silk. But yes, it's very, very long. But it also takes 5 strands. 5 cocoons, my apologies, to make the strand of silk. There you can see. He's busy telling us about how you need 5 of those to actually make, and I think it was a 200, 15's a bit low.
That's
and then you can see the baskets and baskets and baskets of silk, and this is where the silk gets taken and it's boiled. There's the boiling water, as you can see, is the boiling water. They boil that and they hook that up onto onto this I would say rather primitive machine, and then they wind up the silk into a thread onto that spindle. As you can see, Sophia is very, very articulately showing us spin silk. It's taking it, and that's where they spin the threads of silk. And this is, of course, taking about 5. They have about 5, and that leaf, I'm not too sure, is a pepper leaf.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to pick up the cocoon out of the boiling water, now that water is boiling, you can't go and put your finger in there to go and pick up your cocoon, because naturally you'll do like Devon, who puts his finger into gravy and comes out with a mess.
No.
So if you want to pick up your cocoon out of the boiling water, you take this pepper leaf and you will touch the cocoon with it, which will then, it won't let go. It then picks it up out of the water for you. If you take a look, he asked, I think he gave, the chance, he said, right, you see that water's boiling. You can see that's boiling water. And you take that leaf and you touch a cocoon with it.
Don't burn yourself.
And you'll see the cocoon sticks to the leaf, and that's how you take it out of the boiling water. Okay, it doesn't really go back in again. That's when you take it and then you pull up the thread, and that thread is then put through the spindle over there like that, and it spins across and onto there. And there, also got to go at
spinning silk.
Spinning silk. And that's how the silk is separated from the cocoon and spun into threads of silk. And they have quite a few at a time. It doesn't always, you'll see that there's quite a few, those little silk things. There's one up there, but it's not just coming from the one, it's coming from, as you can see those strings, it's coming from quite a few. So it's not just one that makes that thread. It takes quite a few to make one thread like that. And then, of course, then you get the different silks. as he was telling you, you get what he's holding over there is the outside silk, which is a little bit rough, although it's still beautiful and soft, but it's maybe your rougher silk. And then you also get the inner silk from the cocoons, which is a far, far softer silk. We take a look at that. There is showing you the rough silk as it is, the threads and that.
And they also color the silk with natural plants and leaves. They don't use artificial coloring. They color it actually with natural plants and vegetables and leaves.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And then this is the loom.
Yeah, this is crazy, this thing.
They basically use two, I think, for two colors, as you can see they work on. And then there's a whole lot of pipes there, but it's pretty amazing.
And they're actually using those red sort of pipes to make the pattern work.
Yes.
That's the pattern that comes out on the other side when they are busy spinning. So they're constantly changing. There's a rhythm where they change these patterns to get the end result, which you can see on the video at the moment. That's the end result.
And then you'll see this thing here, this wooden thing. It's actually made of wood. It's called a fish. You'll see how it's used now. That's called the fish. You'll see that pattern, and that pattern, as as explained, comes from those pipes that are put into certain order, and then you have your silk that actually puts it together, that gets pushed through the loom there. This is a girl that's actually, and believe it or not, she looks like she actually knows what she's doing hectically well, and apparently she's learning. So there you change your pattern, and there you zap the fish through and pull it together. Zap the fish through and quickly hook the pattern. Zap the fish through, and there's a lot of footwork. It looks like more difficult to do this than drive a car. There you change your pattern again, so that you get the right pattern, and then push the fish through the loom to actually bring out the pattern in the silk that you are wanting to achieve.
This is absolutely pure silk.
That's material. That makes the silk material for you.
Yeah.
Which you would then go and create things from.
Yeah, it's 100% silk. Some of the products
look at that
do
feet.
add.
Look at those feet.
Yeah.
That's at the back. There's one in the middle. There's one in the front. And this is all making the right, and then clipping on the right pattern just to get that pattern. I think I would tangle my ankles, toes, feet, and everything else. And as you see, they use usually one background. Sometimes they get to use two backgrounds. Now, usually it's just a one color background. This has got a dual color background.
Yeah.
And as you saw, that girl was working. She was pretty new. Now watch this lady. She knows her stuff. And you'll see she's just boom, boom, boom.
She's just whacking it.
Yeah, no, she's
It's pretty amazing. Take a look there. She knows what she's doing. Those feet are just moving everything around. And she's working with a dual color background. And that creates basically, pop it through, the sheets of material that they bring out sheets of material. I don't think you can stay there. I think some of the people that work there live there, and that's their little cottages that they live in over there.
Yeah, that's their little houses that they
Yeah.
And everywhere you go, obviously they need a lot of luck. So they have many sweet offerings for the little, I don't know, pagoda or whatever. Lovely little colored one for a change there. And then on the premises, there is like a little warehouse store. We're nearly finished with the video anyway. But there's a little warehouse store over there.
You can buy anything.
And there's basically your end result of the what they do when they are pushing it through the loom like that. That is how it comes out. It comes into like your sheet of material. I think that was a scarf.
Yes, that's a scarf, and it is 100% silk woven scarves that they sell there. They also sell, some of the stuff is not 100%, but there is silk into that material with some of the pants and shirts they sell there. But these scarves are 100% silk, and it is absolutely beautiful. The patterns that they put on there is quite amazing. that they sit and do that, and that is the end result. Colors, different colors, any color you want, you can find. And they even do the ties. They do ties, and also that is 100% silk.
There's the silk, beautiful pattern there. And dresses and bags and
everything galore.
You name it, is all made from the silk that they make there. Those are the ties and little knickknacks, hair clips, and
I think some of them are like key ring thingies as well.
Yes.
all of that.
Yes.
Tissue
Holders. Yeah, there.
That is the ties they make. So there's different ones, different colors, and like I said, it is 100% silk. So it's really, really beautiful. It's a nice gift to buy for somebody, especially when you are traveling through Cambodia. It's a nice gift to buy to give to somebody, because it's small and it's compact. Comes in its own little box.
Yeah.
So it's really worth it.
And those two little buttons there are actually matching cufflinks. So they make a matching silk cufflink with their little boxes like that. And it's all 100% pure silk.
So the color, and the color on the box at the top, that's the color you'll tie with.
Yeah, you take a look there. Really, really, very beautifully put together. The time like that was about $15.
Yes, $15.
Yeah.
Very, very nice there. And then also there's, like, as you can see, open area. I don't think I did any of the animals there, but yes, there's some open area, little rest area, and very, very nice little statues and that. But so you can actually go and visit nicely. Oh, that's the crocodile.
There's a crocodile in there.
Yes, there's a live crocodile.
There's a live crocodile in there. I don't want to stroke it. I don't need that much luck. But
it's really, it is worth going to Silk Island and go and visit it and see what they do. It's absolutely interesting to see that they still make the silk by hand. I mean, in Cambodia itself, there's a lot of shops that you can go into where they actually sell traditional Cambodian clothing, and most of those are made out of pure silk. So it's really, really, really interesting.
There's some of the statues and that they have around there as well. Also beautifully done, beautifully done. And that's just, we actually did some riding around Silk Island over there.
Yeah, just did a little bit of exploring.
Yeah.
In the area around it and that type of thing. Very rural, I would say. You know what? It's not like you ride through a city and there's a manufacturing plant or anything to that effect.
Yeah.
It actually comes out very rurally. But yes, we had a lot of fun. It was a long day. There's a lot of temples and places around there. I'm sure we should go and visit them some other time so that we can actually bring you some a little bit of news and reviews on the temples and that around there. But Silk Island itself, in a very rural place. Cambodia does a lot of silk exports and more silk material, not necessarily the items that are made, but materials. And the items are naturally made in China. No, I'm kidding. But but yeah, there's the ferry, as you can see. You've got to go onto the ferry, and then we've got to go and turn and try not to hit Sophia in the process. But yeah, then you got to turn around to be able to go off the ferry. Yeah, we all look like Mad Max, and we know Mad Max was made in 2021. We're very, very close to the Mad Max era.
I'm not putting gel in my hair again if we go on a biking outing like that.
You couldn't get the helmet off, was stuck to your head, huh?
No. Standing all over the show.
Yeah.
But
as you can see, an amazing end to a really, really beautiful day as such.
Yeah, no, it was really nice. And anyway, if you want to get over the river, there is quite a bit of point where you can get onto one of the ferries and go over to the provinces on the other side of the river. So yeah, no, there is still a lot to explore. Hopefully we get a chance to do that as soon as COVID can give us that chance.
Yeah.
But it was really, really nice. I really enjoyed that experience we had at Silk Island.
No, that was lekker. It was super nice.
Yes.
No, it was really great. It's a nice day out. You can actually take tours there if you want to as well. You don't have to go there individually like we do. We did. We just, it felt like getting out for the day and seeing a little bit more around. And yeah, we've been to Udon as well. We'd rather go there again. I took so many photos of, we'd probably sit here for the next 3 or 4 hours going through photos of Udon as such. But yes, it was quite a challenging event. Silk Island, I don't know if we've got any history on Silk Island as such. It's always just been one of the...
No, it doesn't have a history on it.
Is there no history on it or anything like that?
No, it's just a form of, I suppose, for them to...
yeah, it's known as what? Kodak?
Kodak.
Kodak.
Yeah,
What
Kodak.
does that mean, Sophia?
What does it mean?
It's the name of the island. It's that's one. It's like a small island, and they put that name.
Well, it says Cambodia. Basically, I'll give you a little bit of history in the long run anyway. Cambodia has a lengthy silk weaving history that sketches... oh, sorry. Has a lengthy silk weaving history that sketches back to pre-Angkorian times. While the art is dwindling, countrywide efforts are being made to rekindle the craft, because obviously we know that there is a lot of modern ways of making silk and that these days. They actually traditionally, as you've seen through the looms, through the boiling of what's the name? It basically, through the boiling of the cocoons and the actual spinning of the silk and making it on the handmade looms, and that it's handmade silk that you're dealing with there. So it is an art. Excuse me. And the Cambodia has a lengthy silk weaving history, and it stretches back to pre-Angkorian times. While the art is dwindling countrywide, efforts are being made to rekindle the craft. Kodak is dotted with weaving communities. So basically, Silk Island is a community that's basically open to tourists and that, but it's not the only place on the island or community that actually makes silk as such as it goes along. And visitors can learn more about the process, from the plumping up of the silkworms with the mulberry leaves, as you saw them eating the mulberry leaves, and the spinning the yarn and dyeing techniques to seeing the final product. Now, we didn't see dyeing techniques because they weren't doing any dyeing there the day that we were there. But what we do know that is nothing is used that is synthetic. It is all naturally dyed colors, natural plant leaves, plants and that that are used to dye.
Berries and stuff that they use.
That's right. The main silk weaving center, it's about 1 kilometer from the ferry landing. That's where we went to. And it houses a series of stilted wooden houses, which we showed you, where weavers sit with their handmade wooden looms and create patterned silk scarves and traditional commerce skirts. And yeah, it says there's free tours, and yes, our tour guide doesn't charge us anything, although we did give him something. I think it's appropriate to give him something in the end. But there it says free tours of the centers available. $1 or so for tip guide will be very well received. I think we gave him $5. Yeah. We over tipped our guide. I'm kidding.
No, he was very helpful and very nice.
He was just such a nice, friendly person.
He deserved that $5, definitely.
So while the tour doesn't take long, as you saw, we've basically been through it, and you can get through the fish, and which are the dragonfish. It doesn't take long. A great way to round it off is at the Centres Cafe, which we did sit on the banks of the river of the Mekong. We weren't at the banks of the river of the Mekong, so I don't know if we were at that one, but we did have a little drink there. I think you can have a snack or something to that effect, although I am still very concerned about eating local food. So that is why we haven't brought you a local delicacy show yet, because I just can't get around eating local delicacies. I'll have to show you what Western foods there are in Cambodia one day.
You eat loklak. We can make a video about loklak.
Yeah, I eat
we will let Sophia do the eating.
We should have Sophia cook us up a good meal, and we'll video that a bit. Yeah, you can kick back on the bench, fresh coconut or snack. Yeah, coconuts are very, very popular. Yeah, you know, they pick them off the trees, and there's nothing better than a frozen coconut that is smacked open and the straw shot straight into the middle, and you don't get fresher than that. And you used to be able to hire a hut there, but not anymore. And then apparently there is a safe spot for swimming in the Mekong River. I don't know what is safe in the Mekong River.
Yeah, it's a little, yeah.
So, yeah, for those wanting to continue on their silk discovery, a silk weaving village sits close to the center. Yeah, you can watch women at work on their looms and buy products. Remember to put your haggling hat on to bag a bargain. Yeah, because you know what? Foreigners always pay top dollar, so you've always got to work your way down as well. Yeah. On your bike, the best way to tour the island is by bicycle. Now, the good Lord made engines to fit in between those two wheels. So we don't use bicycles, we use scooters so that we don't have to kill ourselves. Because let me tell you, Cambodia is in the middle of winter, sitting with the coldest of 22, 23, and everyone has decided it is freezing.
It is cold.
No, it's not.
Please, I feel like I have a fever. It's supposed to be. Okay, so the road around the island is about 40 kilometers. So if you feel you can do a 40-kilometer ride on a bicycle in this heat and humidity, good luck to you. Past the sleepy villages, pagodas, paddies, and farms, as we showed you along the video as well, you'd see very, very rural as such. You can buy, you can rent bikes at the ferry drop-off point for one day, a couple of dollars, or you can hire one from the mainland and cycle there or take it in a tuk-tuk. Now, I don't know, tuk-tuk's nice, but it's to get around places. I think it would be very limiting if you tried to just go in a tuk-tuk. I would suggest if you do go to actually try a scooter. I think a bicycle would kill you.
Yeah, some of those roads weren't, like, I think, bicycle friendly as well.
No, we're not bike fit. That's the thing. We will never make it on those bicycles.
Some of the tour operators actually have cycling tours of the island with grasshopper adventures, half-day tour being a popular pick with visitors. It's about 20 to 25 kilometers on and off paved roads. Costs about $45. That's the expense that we just didn't want to actually incur as such. I didn't think we needed that, and I think there are places which I would take a tour guide. Although people say you don't need it either. I mean, Angkor Wat, we're hopefully going there over Christmas, all depending on how COVID affects the lockdown and that in Cambodia, and that we have had 1 or 2 cases more, not bringing it to anything close to what the rest of the world has, but they are still being very vigilant, very careful. So if we are able to go to Siem Reap over Christmas, we should actually have you a little bit of a show on Angkor Wat, which we're really, really excited about. And that's probably in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah.
It's around the corner.
If the thought of cycling in Phnom Penh freezes you with fear, then hitting the island roads is a very different story. Apart from a handful of cars and a few motorbikes, otherwise the roads, think single-lane tracks, are quite unsafe. They are studded with small stalls selling drinks and snacks for you to stop off for a break. And please don't think that they are like the, should I say, the quick stop
I know.
garages, or what do you want to call them, fuel,
Like
ultra cities or convenience stores, anything. It's really a rural store. You know, you might be able to get a cool drink. Food, if you're not wanting to try the local food, pack something.
And also the cool drink might not always be cold though. That's also the thing as well.
Yeah,
sometimes it's not cold.
Yeah. So yeah, many crew operators, they do day trips and that as well. And you can make your own way there by getting a tuk-tuk motor across the Japanese bridge. Now, the Japanese bridge is right in Phnom Penh. It's just across on the side. We actually live across the Japanese bridge ourselves. So you go across the Japanese bridge along the R6 road, and then you go to a ferry terminal. So the Japanese bridge doesn't take you far out. We live across the Japanese bridge. So that's not very far out. So it's really, you know what, I think we did, what, half a day, and we were done.
Yeah, we left at around, what, 10-ish, I think. We got back at around 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the costs, basically, the ferry costs about 3,000 real, was it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's 3,000.
All in all, I think that whole day, like drinks, ferry, all that, cost like $5 if you're excluding the stuff that we gave.
Yeah, I think it was $1 when we got. Well, the ferry is 1,500 real there and 1,500 real back.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's 3,000 real. Now, just to put you in perspective, guys, 4,000 real is equal to $1. So it's not even $1 to go across and back on the ferry. 1,000 real for a moto and 700 real for a bike. Now, I do believe that that is not right, because it's going to cost you a little bit more than 1,000 real. It costs you about...
It was 1,500 to go over and then 1,500 to come back.
No, I'm talking about hiring
hiring a moto.
Hiring a moto is about...
About 130, depends how big your bike wants.
For the day.
For the day, yeah.
130 what?
I'm not sure what's about
it. Is it like between 50 and 60 bucks per day?
Mad woman. Okay.
$10 per day.
No, it's about $15 for the day, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
For a scooter.
Yeah. It's not too expensive.
Bicycle would probably be about $5 or something like that.
$5 and lunch.
For 5.
Yeah. We obviously at that stage were renting our bike for the month, so it didn't matter. We had our motor. That didn't cost us anything. At the moment, we'd have to rent again. But let's say if you rented $15 plus 3,000 real, let's add it to another $1, so $16 plus $1 to go in is $17. Plus, I don't think we spent more than $3 on something to drink.
No.
It's something to drink
under 20 bucks,
50 cents to $1. So yeah, under $30, you would have rented your motorbike, gone across, or rented your scooter. Let's put it that way. Gone across and gone across the ferry and done your trip around Silk Island. And short of the fact that you buy something there, I think we bought a tie there.
Yes.
And I'm really fond of that tie as well, specifically because it was actually bought at the hand or at the source, made by hand. Of the silk. It's it hasn't been through any factories or anything like that. It actually comes straight from where it was made, which is what I really value about it as such. And yeah, I think we had a cool drink or two along the way. And as I said, cool drinks we worked out $3 for, but you're literally paying 50 cents for a cool drink. Yeah, it's about that at the most.
Yeah, about 50 cents for a tin of Coke or something to that effect.
Yeah. It's cheap.
Water is even cheaper.
About 25 cents.
Water's about 25 cents.
Yeah.
But we're talking dollar cents now as well, guys. Converted. But yeah, so we had a lot of fun inexpensively. So hopefully next week, last week we brought you Tool Slang, which was quite a heart-wrenching one. And this week we brought you a bit of Silk Island. A lot of fun. It's a great getaway. And as you can see, we had a really, really good time, and it's getting into the culture. Now, next week, hopefully we'll bring you, hopefully we're all well enough to go to Euro World.
Hopefully we're all well enough, yeah, I hope so.
With the appetite. So if you're around at 7 o'clock Cambodia time or 12 o'clock on
South
African time, then please, join us, and hopefully we'll show you a little bit about Euroworld. Euroworld's a little place in Phnom Penh which has miniature versions of a few of the places around the world. I think it's got the Sydney Opera House. I think it's got Big Ben and things like that.
Eiffel
Tower as well. So we'll get to show you that as well. We do a little bit of visit there. So
I've ever been to Paris.
You're going to Paris next weekend.
Next weekend.
Paris next weekend.
Mini Paris as such. But yes, so guys, it's absolutely we look forward, and hopefully we can all stay healthy to actually see what's Euroworld can bring us. So that's what we're looking forward to bringing you next week. Is the Euroworld, which we would have looked at this week, and then hopefully I can get also. The video that we've just been through is available on the YouTube channel Andre's Adventures. There's one of us traveling from South Africa to Cambodia, and then there's the Silk Island one, and I still need to get the Udong one as well, but Wat Nom is the one that I want to put there. Udong we want to revisit as well, so we'll bring you Udong sometime as well. I don't think it will be this year, it will probably be in the new year that we bring you Udong. We're looking forward to bringing you Angkor Wat, depending, as I said, greatly on what happens in Cambodia. Currently, the schools are closed. We're only teaching online at the moment because there's a 2-week quarantine period. Once again, as I said, the pandemic has been extremely well controlled in Cambodia to the amount, I think we've got 27 active cases at the moment or something like that. Very, very low. However, they do take extreme precautions to actually keep it at that state and stage as well, which we are very grateful for. And so this next week we go into school again, and the kiddies are all at home, and they are learning from home as such. And hopefully they can come back for a week after that. They have to. They've got to write exams. Damn it! And but yes, so that, and then from the 18th we're on holiday. We're on leave. So yes, we'll be honest.
Some of us on holiday.
Yeah, some of us on holiday. So you're gonna have to take a few days leave there. We've got to go to Angkor Wat as well and take a look, see what's going on there. But hopefully we'll start off with a Euro World next week. There's different places. We still want to go to Prince Manor, which has got like a little rock climbing, go-karting, also a wonderful place. There's also Fantasyland. There's the 3D museum. There's the palace we want to go to. There's the museum, National Museum, that we want to go to around here. I think if Niels eventually gets our lazy asses up and into the seat, really sorry, Niels, but we've got to get this done. We'll get to go into the zoo or someplace on a beautiful ride out. Really, I think we can actually do that one day, because this weekend has not been the best with us all feeling under the weather. I know I was down and out yesterday and today. Well, yesterday not too bad, but from yesterday afternoon and today I've been flat. And it's really not good when we don't get to go out for a day. Even if we go and take a look at something, we also want to take a look at the markets, show you what Central Market looks like. And Supia actually has a shop at the market. So we want to go and take a look at Supia's shop. Which market are you at? Central Market?
Market.
Beg your pardon?
Market.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Market.
We have a story.
And so, yeah, that's something we're going to take a look at. Supia's store, what she does, what she sells, the rest of the market, you know, where you get from, what you do. And she's forever having to run around taking care of everybody, bringing oversized bags of vegetables along to us.
Iron background.
But yes, up to there. And I would say we've had, maybe not as long as what we usually do, but I think we've had everything we need to do. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video as well.
Share the video, yes.
We do get it out and around to everybody. It's been wonderful. And any of your new ideas, guys, please, if you have a hobby or something interesting to share with us, want to tell us about something, or would like us to talk about something, or come to you. If you'd like to say, you know what, I have a place that you need to come and see, give us a shout, guys. motleyMix2020@gmail.com. There's the email down below here on the screen. Please do so. It would be our pleasure, and it would be so much fun being able to deal with things. Obviously, if you're in South Africa, you will need to pay for our transport as well if you need to come out there. But
and the deposit when we come back.
Yeah. Yes, otherwise, yeah, let us know. You know what, even if you're in South Africa, I know there's a couple of people that we'd like to get to speak to. There's Trevor with his T-shirts and that, and we might, you know what, if we get enough people, we might actually pull out another channel on the Motley Mix on seeing people and that. But at the moment, the Sunday Salad is what covers it. Other channels running around, Pepper's Echo is running at 7 o'clock tonight on Cambodian time, 2 o'clock South African time. So that is the NA discussion will be there. On Friday, the first stream of the pep talk went out. So if you're looking at something dealing with life stress, pressures, anxieties, depressions, and things like that, and you need a little bit of a talk on that, take a look. The pep talks premiere went out on Sunday as well. Otherwise, yes, guys, hopefully you do get to see Silk Island. If you're not, hopefully you got to share it with us as well. It's been wonderful. It's been good. It's been fun. Anything from you guys?
Just hope everything goes back to normal after next week.
Yeah.
Indeed, so.
That will be good.
Yeah.
I would most definitely say so. It would be most good. But anyway, otherwise, be good. And if you can't be good, at least be kind.
Bye-bye, guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.